Welcome to Football Sunday, fans. I'm your humble host, Victor Gwynn, a.k.a. G-Money, a.k.a. your brother's keeper. Welcome to the show. If you have never been a part of the show, I want you to check out what's scrolling below, because you need to put that number in your phone there, 512-539-0686. You need to like us on Facebook at speakeronthesports.com, and you need to check on Twitter at NYGmen for Life, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not living on this planet, if you are living on Mars, you probably know this. If you were living on the moon, you knew this. The Minnesota Vikings yesterday had a feat that was astronomical. They were down 33-0 at 30-0, I believe, at halftime. Let me get these numbers straight, because I don't want to screw this up, because it was just something to behold. And it was just like, hold on a second. So they were down. I'm going to get this right. They were down 33-0 at halftime. 33-0 at halftime to the Indianapolis Colts. And what transpired after that was just 3 points from the Minnesota Vikings that they had in the third quarter. They went on to score 0 points, while the Minnesota Vikings would have scored 39 points. Now, you heard that right. 39 points, 14 in the third, 22 in the fourth, and 3 in overtime. That game was the best game. And Minnesota fans, is this game better than the Minneapolis Miracle? That's all I want to know. Is this game better than that miracle? Because I was watching this game, and I'm not even a fan of either team. I was ecstatic about this game. I was super excited about this game. I mean, Matt Ryan has to be the most dejected human being in sports right now, because he's been a part of two of the greatest comebacks in football history, in NFL football history. 28-3, he's up against the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl, and they lose. You're up 33-0 at halftime, away to the Minnesota Vikings, who are 10-2. You're 4-8-1 at the time. And you proceed to only score 3 points after that, and they score 39, and you lose 39-36. What does this say about Matt Ryan? I mean, what kind of psyche does he have right now? I mean, you got to be a strong-willed human being to tell yourself that, hey, it's not my fault. I don't have this bad juju. It's not following me. I'm not the reason. But, dude, it's happened to you twice. It's just awful for him. I feel bad for him. But let me tell you something. Saturday football was awesome. Okay? It was awesome. I'm not going to lie. Saturday football was awesome. And can't nobody tell me that, Baltimore, Cleveland wasn't good. Indianapolis, Minnesota wasn't good. And Miami, Buffalo wasn't good. Miami, Buffalo was great. Overtime for that. Overtime for not overtime for that. It was. No, that was the final. It wasn't overtime, was it? Did they go to overtime? No, they did not go to overtime. It ended in regulation for Miami Buffalo. Couple of things in about this game. I watched this game, and I mean, Buffalo just had a lot of chances in this game. Miami let a lot of things slip, particularly their defense. In the back end, they had a lot of penalties. But I mean, they had their opportunities, and they let it go. So it was something that they needed to fix, and they couldn't fix it. So, but I want to get back to this Indianapolis and Minnesota game. I want you to hear something from not Matt Ryan. Hold on a second. I want you to hear Jeff Saturday Post game press conference that he had yesterday. I want you to listen to this. I'm going to share it with you guys. But it was pretty poignant to me of what he said about the loss here. Hold on a second. I'm going to share the screen with you. That's not it. Stop screen. Jeff Saturday. Boop. There we go. All right. Here we go. Present. All right. Share screen. Give me Jeff Saturday. Share. So, guys, listen to Jeff Saturday, what he says about this game. And I know everybody's like, Jeff Saturday, blah, 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 when I'm gone, blah, blah, blah. Listen to what he says. I mean, he's right. Listen. Now, now, this is the only call that I question with him. I'd rather have a running back run this who's used to going through those holes, bruising themselves up, instead of having lowly Matt Ryan who can barely walk to the mailbox and get mail. Now, that is a great point. He's not even a coach, he's a player, but he understands what coaches have said to him in the past. All right, continue. And that is a true leader right there because he's right. I mean, he can say, "Hey, I'm the head coach. It's on me. I need to make calls," but he knows, "Hey, yo, everybody, this is on everybody. Everybody knows that we screwed this up, from offense, defense, special teams, coaches, everybody." And that's another thing. That doesn't take in, people aren't taking that into account. You're up 33 points and you have 11 penalties. 11 penalties. I know that didn't happen in the first half, but think about it all in the first half. But think about that. Keeping the team in. And that's what it is. He's right. When you have momentum swings like that, and you have teams that just, Minnesota Vikings are not a bad team. What they are bad starters and momentum takers. Not momentum takers, but bad starters, in my opinion. They start terribly, and they're not good home teams. They win at home. Don't get me wrong, but it's so dramatic. It can't be a dramatic home win team. You can't expect to have a playoff game at home and play this badly. I mean, any other playoff team that comes in there, excuse me, excuse me, any other playoff team that comes in there, you can't expect them to be the Colts and lay down and give up a 33-point lead. No freaking way. No way. I don't care if you're the New York Giants and you go in there, you're not going to give up a 33-point lead. First of all, you're not going to get 33 points. But anyway, you're not going to give up that lead. I just think it was an outstanding game played by the Indianapolis Colts to come back. Terrible game plan in the first half. Whatever they had, I guess they burned that half playbook and they actually started playing. So, all right. San Francisco, Seattle. I think Brock Purdy played a outstanding game. Seattle just didn't play. They just didn't play what they needed to do. Geno Smith, I think he was okay. He wasn't great. But San Francisco defense just took over that game and did what they need to do. Who else played yesterday? Baltimore, Cleveland. This was all about Lamar Jackson not being in the game. I'm telling you right now, Lamar Jackson would have been in this game. It would have been a totally different game. It would have been really close. At least 13-9, at least. They would have got in field goal range or possibly scored. So it was just something that needed to be done, and they didn't get it done. I like the fact they ran the ball. You had Deshaun Watson. He played very well in this game. He played well. He played a lot better, and he looked completely different. I think he's starting to build up rapport with the team, his teammates, and the offensive system that he's in. I think that Kevin O'Donnell is getting through to him. I think they're building that different rapport with each other, and he has confidence in him now. And I like the fact that he has a guy like Jacoby Brissett, who's a veteran. Even though Deshaun Watson is like sort of a veteran, but Jacoby Brissett is a guy who can come in. You see, he came in and got that first down, quarterback sneak. He's a bigger quarterback. He's been doing it all year. And he is just tremendous. The Buffalo-Miami game. This is an interesting game too. Anybody thought they were going to score 61 total points? Crazy. Miami played pretty well in this game. They just left a lot of plays out on the field. Some penalties, left some plays out there. I just think that Buffalo's Josh Allen is hold on one second. Sorry, that was my dog. He's outside. He is the catalyst of this team. And he is the reason why they win. I mean, I didn't like the fact that he was running so much yesterday and the fact that he was actually fumbling the ball so much. But and that was a fumble. I mean, I mean, the goal line, he did touch the line, but I mean, that guy is lucky. I mean, that guy's lucky. I mean, he has an arm, but that guy is very lucky. I think Singletary played a brilliant part. And a lot of people are questioning the move that he had. Why didn't he score? Why would you score? Why would you score? Think about it. I mean, Miami's a quick strike offense. You score, you kick the ball off, they can score a touchdown and tie you and tie the game. No. Run that clock out. Don't get him back on the field again. And the most you do, the worst you can do is go into overtime. That is smart. That is smart football. Change his situational awareness in Madden, please. Give Singletary a 99 in situational awareness because a lot of people say, "Oh, scored a touchdown." No, he did the right thing. He did what Ahmad Bradshaw should have done in the Super Bowl. You know, but I digress. We'll talk about that later. All right. 512-539-0686 is the number to call to the show. I'm your humble host. Get on here. Reach us at Speak On Sports at Facebook, Twitter at nygmenforlife.com, Twitter at nygmenforlife, excuse me. All right, so let's go through these games. I know the teams are coming out. Let's bust through these games real quick. Atlanta, New Orleans. Atlanta they put Marcus Mariota on injured reserve. I guess he has a knee issue. They will be starting. Ooh, excuse me. Whew. It's a little chilly out here in Texas. It's a little that soupy kind of sleepy weather. Atlanta will be trotting out Dennis Ritter today, former Cincinnati Bearcat. Against New Orleans, against Andy Dalton in the 4-9 New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints are going to win this game. They're home. Alvin Kamara, even though they don't have Michael Thomas, I just think Andy Dalton's a little bit more of a better quarterback. Look for them to run a lot of Dennis Ritter today, and I don't think it's going to work for them. I have New Orleans winning this game. Moving on to Pittsburgh, Carolina. Pittsburgh's 5-8. Carolina's 5-8. Carolina had a very good win last week. I see Carolina winning this game simply because Mitchell Trubisky is the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. That's it. That is it. Carolina doesn't have anyone. They don't have CMC. They traded away some people. Quarterback. Got rid of Baker Mayfield. They have a Jets quarterback that's been jettisoned off. No pun intended. But think about it like this. Carolina has nothing to lose. Pittsburgh has everything to lose because Mike Tomlin does not want to go and have a losing season this year. Think about that. But I have Carolina winning this game at home. Philly, 12-1 versus 3-10. Chicago Bears, no brainer. I got Philly winning this. Do they cover the 9-point spread? I think they do. Chicago, Justin Fields will play. He will be without Chase Claypool today. I just don't think they'll match up well with the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no throwing the ball. It's strictly run today. They will have to run because you got Slay and Bradbury out there. They will be without their safety. They only have 2 safeties that are active on the roster today. But regardless, there's nobody to throw to. Tight end Cole Kmet. I mean, if Justin Fields can throw the ball up and catch it himself, they have a chance. But Philly, I got. And if you're into the spread, I got them covering that too. KC 10-3 at Houston 1-11-1. Don't sleep on Houston. KC will win this game, but I would not take the spread of 14 on this game. Take money line if you're going to bet on this game. Houston is a threat. They have nothing to lose. Davis Mills, I think, will be the quarterback for this team. Is that his name? Mills, Stills, whatever. He will be quarterbacking the team. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the running back, Pacheco. I mean, it's just crazy. Juju Smith-Schuster, Kadarius Toney will be playing today. So I look at them offensively just dominating Houston. But Don't look at it being this, big blowout of 14 points. Take the money line for this if you're gonna actually bet on this game. Dallas 10-3 versus Jacksonville 5-8. Don't sleep on Jacksonville. I'm telling you right now, this is not gonna be a blowout, Cowboys fans. I think you will win this game, more like a 31-28 game. So you guys, but it doesn't hurt you if you lose this game, Cowboys. I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. But I have you guys winning this game. You move to 11-3. Jacksonville's going to go 5-9. Detroit 6-7 at the New York Jets, who are 7-6. I got Detroit winning this game. They'll be 7-7, and the Jets will be 7-7. This is the return of Zach Wilson. I think the dude's confidence is broken. Detroit's confidence is super high right now, and Jared Goff is playing pretty well in my opinion. He just needs to stay in the zone of where he's at, utilize the run game, utilize the defense, put you in good field position, and don't let this Jets defense dictate front forward of defense dictate, or Sauce Gardner's side dictate what you do on offense. Go away from it or exploit it. That's what I'd say. I have Detroit winning. Not a super blowout, but it could get that way depending on how Zach Wilson plays. But I have Detroit winning at least by 6. All right, Arizona at Denver. No Russell Wilson. He did clear concussion protocol. But without Russell Wilson throwing the ball, Bryce Rippon is going to play. I don't know who this kid is. Obviously, he comes from a great lineage in Mark Rippon. But 3-10, 4-9. Colt McCoy, John Connor, D Hop. They just need to play their game, run the ball, short passes. Don't put Colt behind the sticks. And I think Arizona comes out this with a win. I say they win by like 10 or 3 points, but Arizona does win the game. New England, Las Vegas. This is going to be a good game because both of these teams know each other because basically they run the same offense. However, they don't run the same defense. Now, New England, in my opinion, is going to win this game because they know Josh Daniels. Josh Daniels knows the quarterback. All right. Bill Belichick knows his coordinator. Defensive coordinator for New England knows the offensive coordinator. They go against each other every time in practice. So what I'm thinking about is, hey, which one is going to get the better of who and who's going to fold? I think it's going to be Derek Carr in this situation. I think Derek Carr is going to fold, even though he's at home. All right. They're going to lose to the 7-6 New England Patriots. I think it's going to be more like 10 points or 3 points. Josh Jacobs has still been doing his thing. Josh Jacobs, he still does his thing today. Judon gets some sacks today, in my opinion. I think Judon comes out of this with 2 sacks today. And he's going to be my defensive player of the game in this game. And I have the Patriots winning by 3 to 10 points today. All right, Tennessee at 7-6 Tennessee Titans at the 7-6 Los Angeles Chargers. All right, let's just say it what it is. Ryan Tannehill does not need to pass the ball. He just needs to hand it off to Derrick Henry and just maybe do some little dump passes. He's the issue with this team. Okay. On the other side, Justin Herbert, just give the ball to Austin Eckler. Give it out to your wide receivers, Mike Williams. Hit some guys, hit your tight end. I have the Los Angeles Chargers winning this game. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be one of those grind games because they're going to have Derrick Henry running the ball, chewing up a lot of clock. And it's going to be interesting because, 7-6, and there's a lot on the line for these teams in this game today. All right. So 512-539-0686. You want to be part of the program, call in and holler at your boy. I'm moving on to Cincinnati and Tampa Bay. Cincinnati's 9-4. They are hot, hot, hot. Tampa Bay is cold, cold, cold. They're 6-7. However, they are leading their division. Probably one of the teams are going to be one of the teams with the worst, with a losing record. They're going to win their division because that NFC South is just awful. It's just awful. Okay, I have Cincy winning this game. Like I said, they're at home and they play different at home. But what you got to do with the Bucks, you have to get on them quick. Okay, you have to get on them quick, put some points on them. Get Brady in this fight or flight mode and start to get those guys, passing the ball all the time. Get Brady and those guys tired. Get those guys running. Don't leave these guys hanging around in the fourth quarter. They got to be down by a lot because Brady with a minute or 2 minutes left, one timeout, and they're down by 4. They're going to win the game. But I have Cincy winning this game, going 10-4, and I have Tampa Bay losing this game. They'll be 6-8. They'll still be leading the division. All right, moving on to our Monday night game. The LA Rams, who will be without Aaron Donald again due to an ankle injury, who are 4-9 against the Green Bay Packers, who seem like they haven't played in forever, who are 5-8 at home in the weather. No Aaron Donald, no Matthew Pafford. I just don't think it's feasible. I have Green Bay winning this game. Like I said, it's not going to be a craziness. So they have something in the LA Rams, but in defense still. But I got Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones beating a lot of teams up, and they're doing their thing in this game. Last but not least, our Sunday night special game. The game that everybody's want to watch today. I'm telling you right now, everybody wants to watch this game. These two teams tied the last time they played. The New York Giants and the Washington Redskins both are 7-5-1. This has so many implications for playoffs right now. Because right now, if the New York Giants, hold on. I got the playoff machine set up here. So right now, as it stands, if the New York Giants win this game, they will be the 6th seed, and they will play the 3rd seed, which is the San Francisco 49ers right now. However, if Washington wins, the Giants become the 7th seed, and they will play the 2nd seed, the Minnesota Vikings, who are 11-3. Okay? So pick your poison there, Giants fans. You want to go to Minnesota or you want to go to San Francisco? You know? I mean, I know there's a lot of games to be played, but still, I don't want to go to San Francisco. But it is what it is. It's a road that we dug ourselves, and it's what it is right now with regard to our playoff lives. So let's get into this game. New York 7-5-1. Saquon Barkley says I'm in the best shape of my life right now in December. No Chase Young. I don't think Chase Young is going to come back this year. It's a defensive end standout, Ohio State player, number one first round draft pick of the Washington Redskins. I mean, beast of a defensive end. Torn ACL the year before. It's been out a long time right now, and I think they just want to bring him back healthy. But you got Montez Sweat. I mean, you got that defensive line is ridiculous. In the backfield is the thing that if the Giants had some wide receivers, they could exploit. But right now, they're just sitting there waiting on Saquon Barkley. They're waiting on Saquon. The Giants wide receivers. I know you have Isaiah Hodgins, and I like him. But other guys, they need to stretch this field to open it up for Daniel Bellinger, tight ends, open up the run for Saquon. We need somebody out there, a wide receiver to spread the field, to create some lanes, to give us a little bit of a breather, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a tough one. I know it's not going to be a tie. Washington's at home. Daniel Jones is going to have to play the game of his life today. Daniel Jones is going to play. He has to play the game of his life today. And that offensive line is going to play a game of their life. Joshua Zuda's out. Brett Bredesen is in. The Giants have brought up from the practice squad Landon Collins. Thank God he'll play linebacker. Do not put him at safety. He'll play linebacker. I like him at linebacker. And they also brought up Davis Webb, which was a little crazy, a little suspect to me right now why Davis Webb is brought up. But we'll see what they do with that come game time. Unfortunately, though, I have Washington winning this game. I got to say it. I have Washington winning this game. I just think they have too many offensive weapons and we have too many injuries. And I see Terry McLaurin. We don't have a DB that could stick with him. We don't have a DB that can stick with him, and it's very frustrating. And I think it's going to be a close game. I think Washington wins 23-20. And we fall to 7-6-1. And then we head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then we, I know. I don't like it either. I don't like it either, man. It's terrible. I don't like it either. Calm down. He's angry about it too. My dog doesn't like it. He does not like the fact that we got to go. Does not like the fact that we got to go after a loss and go to okay, calm down. So let's look at week 16. Week 16 here, the Giants. Yep, we go to 11-3 Vikings. And then after that, week 16, it's week 17. And I don't know, we're the Colts come to play us. I mean, that may be a reprieve, but Jesus Christ, the Colts are actually pretty good right now. They actually, I mean, they score some points. I'm not saying they're great. They score some points. And then we cap that off with the Eagles game. So that's terrible. Anyway, like I said, I got the I have the Washington Redskins winning 23-20. Don't get no hater mail from me, please. I don't need no hater mail. All right, with that being said, I know the games are being started here today. Got the Cowboys back there. Got getting ready to play. All right. I wish your team nothing but luck. I wish your team nothing but the best, except when they're playing my Giants. And I thank you for being part of the program. If you weren't part of the program, be a part of it next time. Put that number in your phone right there, 512-539-0686. Like me on Facebook, Speak on the Sports, and on Twitter at NYG Men for Life. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. I love talking to you guys, and I appreciate you. It's going to be a tough one tonight. Giants fans, if you're out there, I hope we win. But like I said, I speak only facts, and only facts I can speak. I can't let my fandom overtake facts. So that being said, guys, I love you guys. I'm out. Enjoy your football Sunday, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all. I'm out.